From my perspective, to refuse to stand up and fight for our democracy as we are joining in solidarity with our friends from Texas means one thing. You won't fight for democracy, you're doomed to lose it. But I cannot ignore that the playing field has changed dramatically. And shame on us if we ignore that fact and cling tight to the vestiges of the past. That era is over. Donald Trump eliminated that forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video here on the channel. How do you do? I hope you are all doing well and you're in perfectly good health. So the governor of the state of New York, Madam Kathy Hochul, has hit the airways. She has come out guns blazing and has thrown down a gauntlet at the governor of Texas, Sir Greg Abbott. Americans are wowed and they have been taken aback by this new development, and people are reacting. People are very, very perplexed. So here are a few reactions of what people think, and after that, in my analysis part, I will come back here to provide my analysis of what this new development is all about. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
This is a war. We are at war. And that's why the gloves are off, and I say, bring it on. If Republicans are willing to rewrite these rules to give themselves an advantage, then they're leaving us no choice. We must do the same. People are basically disgusted. They're disgusted with this trampling of their basic human rights, rights that we've always cherished and fought for in this country. I have news flash for Republicans in Texas. This is no longer the Wild West. We're not going to tolerate our democracy being stolen in a modern-day stagecoach hoist by a bunch of law-breaking cowboys. Our history is defined by people who are brave patriots, who will not accept the status quo, who believe they must use their voices and their positions to stand up for others.
No one noticed that less than 24 hours after Greg Abbott ordered the arrest of dozens of state Democrats, New York Governor Kathy Hochul made three chilling decisions, leaving Republicans with nowhere to hide. After Texas Governor Greg Abbott ordered the arrest of dozens of Democratic lawmakers, New York Governor Kathy Hochul swiftly retaliated, unveiling three major decisions in under 24 hours, striking directly at the GOP's weak spots. Hochul made it clear, if Republicans are willing to rewrite the rules to their advantage, then they leave us no choice but to fight fire with fire. First, Hochul announced plans to push for the redrawing of state legislative districts to dismantle Republican gerrymandering. Second, she ordered an accelerated legislative process to review legal strategies and ensure Democratic dominance in elections. Finally, New York plans to issue a series of executive orders to limit Republican maneuvering on key issues. Hochul's actions send a clear message. Democrats are no longer playing defense but are taking the offensive. As she put it, all is fair in love and war. This fierce partisan battle has now entered a new phase.
Friends, we do have some breaking news coming out of New York. The New York Governor, Kathy Hochul, has just declared we are at war. The gloves are off, and this is escalating very fast. New York Governor Kathy Hochul did not hold back today in the press conference. She publicly said, and I quote, "We are at war. The gloves are off. Bring it on." This is all in response to Republican states like Texas trying to redraw the redistricting maps mid-decade. Maps that could heavily favor the GOP in Congress. Hochul's message is loud and clear. If they break the rules, we are ready to fight back. Now, there's a lot of talk that she's planning to disband New York's Independent Redistricting Commission, but New York's Constitution just does not allow her to dissolve it on her own. Now, what she is doing is sending a warning shot. If Republicans gerrymander illegally, New York is ready to respond accordingly. This redistricting fight is about to get ugly.
It's happening! Governor Kathy Hochul's response to Greg Abbott on gerrymandering Texas to gain 5 more seats in the House from direction of Donald Trump. Let's see what Kathy Hochul has to say about that.
I say is nothing short of a legal insurrection against our capital. Legal meaning they're using the legal process. Does not mean it's legal, and it must be stopped. If Republicans are willing to rewrite these rules to give themselves an advantage, then they're leaving us no choice. We must do the same. There's a phrase, you have to fight fire with fire. That is a true statement of how we're feeling right now. And as I've said, another overused but applicable phrase, all's fair in love and war. That's why I'm exploring with our leaders every option to redraw our state congressional lines as soon as possible. Our state legislative leaders, Carol Heastie, Majority Leader Andre Stewart Cousins, they're on board.
New York's on board. California's on board. Let me tell you why New York is a big deal, just like California. Just like California, New York holds a large majority in the House. They hold 26 seats, 16 of them held by Democrats, only 10 held by Republicans. But if they redistrict and they kick out these Republicans from their seats, guess what, guys? We gained 10 more seats. That's what I'm talking about. So if my calculations are correct, I would say we gain 15 more seats alone, just with New York and California. You really didn't think this one through, huh, Republicans? Abbott, you didn't think this one through. Neither did you, Trump. None of you thought this through. What, did you really think that we were just gonna sit back and just let you steal all the power? Hell no! Guys, this is good news. The Democratic Party is growing a spine. They've had enough. They've had enough of the Republicans cheating their way through Congress to give Donald Trump and have him hold power. They're just done with it. This is the domino effect. Started with California, now New York. Let's see what other Democratic governors will grow a spine and fight alongside California and New York to help us take the House, but not only take the House, give us that supermajority, which we need to impeach Trump. I need you guys excited. I need you excited. I need us to get out of our seats and cheer this on. We have to show them that we, the American people, have their backs doing this. Please, if you haven't thrown me a follow yet, please do. And please let me know in the comments what you think about this. Have a day!
It's amazing to see the chain reaction of Donald Trump and Greg Abbott trying to steal seats in Texas has had across the country. Because if Texas decides to redraw their districts mid-decade, it looks as if California and New York are going to do the exact same thing. And honestly, I'm so happy to see it because finally, as Democrats, we're not going high when they go low. No, if they're going to go low, we're going to kick them in the face and do the exact same thing back to them. It's about goddamn time.
Some breaking and fantastic news coming out of New York City. So the governor of New York, Kathy Hochul, I think her name is, I'm sorry if I mispronounced it, just came out and said, okay, if Texas wants to play hardball and they want to redistrict Texas, not a problem. New York City will start working on redistricting New York as soon as possible. Fantastic. Love how New York City will always stand up and never back down to the arbitration and all the shit that this fucking government tries to impose on, each state. But yes, some fantastic news. She said that they were going to start working on redistricting New York because if Texas can do it, so can New York City. And I'm hoping that the rest of the blue states follow, the lead of New York and stand up and fight back. Don't allow them to do this. Gerrymandering is illegal and it has to be stopped. But if they want to play hardball, we're going to play. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, my love. Share this video so everybody knows. Congratulations to New York City. And if you see something, my love, say something. We got to stick together. I love you guys.
One thing about the second Trump administration that I appreciate is that we are finding out who the people are who are feckless and who capitulate, and who the people are with a backbone who stand up. And I'm talking about Democratic governors right now. Look at Kathy Hochul. In addition to Governor Newsom and Pritzker, Kathy Hochul has come out unequivocally in support of the Texas legislators who left their state to prevent Republicans from gerrymandering the state. She has said that she will look into gerrymandering New York in retaliation. She rightly calls this a war, because we are basically in a civil war already. It's just that we're doing it through legal means instead of military means. And as she says, rightly, Democrats didn't start this, but we are going to finish it. And as somebody who lives in the neighboring state, I know that a lot of people were not 100% sure what kind of governor Kathy Hochul was going to be. She's more moderate than a lot of people would assume a New York governor would be. But she's shown incredible strength when it comes to fighting back against Trump and the Republicans' efforts to create a fascist dictatorship in the United States. Meanwhile, my governor, Ned Lamont, is posting about pizza.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the Republicans from the state of Texas, which is a red state, wanted to perform gerrymandering. That is, they wanted to redraw the congressional borders for the state of New York in order to give themselves an edge mid-decade, so that when the 2026 midterm elections come by, they will have an advantage over the Democrats and gain an upper hand in the House. So, the Democrats from Texas actually protested this move, and they fled to the state of New York in order to deny the Republicans a vote, because this vote would actually solidify Donald Trump's hold over the state of Texas. So this is majorly an illegal move. It's a dirty move in politics, whereby we want to gain the edge over the enemy by redrawing the political boundaries. And so the vote has not been able to sail through because the Democrats they have boycotted this vote and have run over to New York. So the state governor of New York, Madam Kathy Hochul, has thrown down a gauntlet. She has said she's ready to fight fire with fire and has declared war. She has stated that this is a legal insurrection, that they are using dubious means in order to gain an edge over the political rival. She has said that New York will pay fire with fire, and she has declared war on Texas. She has stated that the state of New York will be performing the same dirty act that the Texans are trying to do, that is redrawing the congressional boundaries of New York in order, in this case, to give the Democrats an upper hand, because as we know, New York is a blue state. So she has decided to go lower when the Republicans have moved the bar lower. This is a dirty manner of retaliation, saying that we are not going to turn the other cheek to these bullies. The Republicans, who are used to playing dirty in some ways, especially Donald Trump, we know that he's someone who likes to bulldoze around. This time people have turned up and have stood up for themselves. The governor of New York has declared that the Democratic Party is not a pushover party, that they won't just sit around and let other people take power or have an advantage over them by dirty means. So, as this is a rigged game, she has decided to break the rules and play dirty as well. So this is the major news, whereby New York is taking Texas head on by performing the same dirty tactics that the Republicans from Texas, which is a red state, are performing. So this is a new political development, as you've heard from what these Americans are saying. So ladies and gentlemen, if you've loved today's video, please consider leaving a thumbs up. And if you are new here, this is Fredenga Headliner, whereby we perform analysis of political developments and get to offer a floor to Americans to let them air their views. So Please subscribe to the channel if you are new, and consider sharing the video with your respective social circles. And also let me know what you think about this development, or what you think about the video in the comment section down below. And as always, I wish you a fantastic rest of the day. Cheers and peace.